Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of the AusNZ Community Podcast. Yes, it's been a while. It's been a long while. So, firstly, we have a couple of apologies because it's been a long while. Um, I've actually moved physically into a new house, and JR has been uh, furiously busy uh, projecting herself and trying to get herself a real job and do some other things with her life. So she apologises for not being on this podcast. And I'm going to say up front, this is going to be a very confronting one because I've got a very special guest. He's been on before, and we're going to show a couple of sides. We want to talk a bit about mastery. We want to talk about the game's progression now, and a few other bits and pieces. But before we go any further, let's introduce DeBell. How are you?
I'm not JR. What's going
No,
on?
I said DeBell. How are you?
I'm your co-host today, I guess.
Well, you're my guest and co-host at the same time.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah,
How's it going?
yeah. How are you doing? What are you up to? What are you finding fit? You know, it's been a long time since we've had you on. I noticed you're still in the top five.
I've fallen off. I'm washed now.
Yeah, you're in third place at the moment. Although first place just said
I saw that.
I saw that this morning and I went, oh, that's a bit nasty.
I wonder
And
who
yeah,
that's aimed towards. Like,
I don't know, but it's definitely an account that is suspect with a team that's suspect as well. So
looks
we
pretty
won't go.
legit to me, I reckon.
uh, liar, liar, pants on fire. Um, so yeah, let's get stuck into it a little bit. So, firstly, I suppose the most important thing is, other than new vehicles, we have reached the end of the mastery rollout.
It's finally over.
Yeah, it's finally over. I'm starting to accrue coins again.
Same. Well,
Um,
actually, I've been upgrading some stuff for the first time in 2 years.
well, yeah, I have a max account, so I'm just accruing coins again. Sorry.
Well, I never got to do that.
Uh, so yeah, I did have 130 million coins when it started, and the lowest I got was 91 million coins through mastery.
Must be so hard for you.
Well, I mean, it's been years and years of playing. It was harder on my alt because with new vehicles and mastery coming out at the same time, there was this hesitation of, do I need to do the fourth part just yet? Do the first three. And I only upgraded the fourth part when it was needed in a team event. If it was needed in a team event from there. So that was my protocol. But yeah, on the main, I'm now back over 100 million coins. So, and there's, there's a new vehicle, the
Docker.
yeah. So, the stock car is the new vehicle, and there's going to be mastery of that in time, and I think it's going to be a very, very cool car once it's been mastered. But on the whole, do you think mastery has done a good thing for the game or a bad thing for the game?
But I think it has probably improved, like, I don't know, just like how you like play the game, because like it makes vehicles a lot more playable, which is good sometimes and not so good other times because cars have become very broken. Um, but like now you can use motocross without having to worry about a hill that's like 10 meters tall.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
And it's introduced like a lot of new strategies as well.
Mm. I mean,
And like,
we touched on the motocross strategy in Winter is Coming Cup, where there was a player that went over the top of the caves at the end.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean that was a huge strategy. Someone decided maybe let's try this and managed to get it to work, and that was pretty cool.
I tried that a
Um,
while ago. It's like not too easy to go over there.
I'm glad. I must say I had a little go, but I think I spent 15 minutes and um, I got about 5 landings in a row, and that was my maximum. And then I'd
Yeah.
screw something up or hit my head,
It's
and I'm
just
like,
hard flying like the whole way over the cave. Like I got like in the roof a bunch of times, but just couldn't get
yep,
over the whole way.
yep, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I couldn't even get there. Um, I would I would land and hit my head on the little bridge just before the fuel, just before the second last fuel, not in the cave, just before you go down, and there's a fuel as you go down under a bridge. Anyway,
Hmm.
no. Anyway, yeah, it was very hard for me, so I just tried my best and did what I could. But no, the new strategy is one thing. There were some vehicles that probably I think didn't need that much mastery,
It's
and they were
very unbalanced. Also, at the start, I feel like they went very tame with some cars, like especially that first batch that had like sports car and Moonlander. Well, Moonlander got nerfed, and that's a whole nother debacle.
yeah.
Um,
We won't talk about that. Shh, we won't talk about that.
uh, okay, fine.
I remember.
Um,
No. I'm joking. I mean, that was the only way I got 15,000 to start with in a team event. Um, Before they nerfed the Moonlander, it was like, oh yeah, I could fly this thing forever. Um, so yeah, I honestly, I was hoping that the Moonlander was going to give us the ability to do some stuff, especially in the Moon map, that was a bit different. And when I say a bit different, it meant we could explore more and not about distance. It was more about exploration, being able to find all the coins or do something a bit more fun. And I don't think that happened. I think all you did was, you could fly and fly and fly and fly, and that was kind of a little bit boring, to be honest.
oh
Um,
yeah, but now you can do that with Stalker anyway, and they're not like nerfing that. And like Moonlander definitely did not need nerfing. I'm just saying that right now.
yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that was something that was just. I mean, it wasn't like the Moonlander in Hill Climb Racing One or the Motocross in Hill Climb Racing One, where you'd go into the moon map and you'd score 1,000,000 points just for doing a couple of flips. Um, it still meant you had to play it and use it to get the most out of it.
It was
Um,
broken in one very niche game mode, long jump. Wow.
yeah.
And then in Adventure, it was still quite bad. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
10Ks were quite difficult. Like and like me and Zora did Forest Trials 5K, but that was very difficult. Like
Mm.
only us two got that because it was so difficult.
Yep. And I
Like
mean that's you saying it was very difficult, not me saying it was very difficult. So that's something right there. I think having one of the best players in Venture saying that something was difficult is a very huge task at hand. So yeah,
it's not like they made it like what we have like Glider now, where you can like close your eyes half the time and then get to 10K.
yep. Well, if you say so.
Well, like you're invincible. You have double landing boost now because of Echo, but I
Yep.
guess we might be talking about Mythics a little bit more later on. Uh,
Yeah.
like it's the
Well,
game is very easy now.
my run-in with the invincible wing is I always get stuck somewhere and then can't get unstuck. So that's somewhere in the 6 or 7K mark somewhere on a map. I manage to go really really well and I'm going amazing, and then I get stuck in something and it's like, No. And because the wing doesn't break off, I can't keep going. Which, at that point would get me maybe another 1,000 stars or something like that. But not to 10K. But I would at least get another 1,000 stars. But anyway, that's another story. Um, do you think there was? I mean, I know we've talked about nerfing the Moonlander and a few other things, but was there a vehicle that you think got too much?
Well, the car that definitely got buffed the most was motocross,
Yeah,
and that probably is maybe borderline being broken, but also glider have getting literal invincibility. I feel like
mm,
that's kind of broken, just like the idea of it.
yep, yep. I
But
hear.
I don't know. Like
Mm,
Mythic's like Echo is a lot more broken than whatever Mastery did.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, and that's probably our next topic of conversation. But while we're still on mastery, um, I must say it made probably the racing truck, sports car.
Sports
Um,
car, no.
no, I
Like,
like the way the sports car works now.
but
Um,
the buff it got wasn't that much compared to what other things had. Like sports car is still shit.
oh, it's still pretty average, but it was better than it was, a lot better than it was. It's not going to compete against another car, but it's going to compete against itself. It's going to do well. Um, I think um, the mastery on uh, the rock bouncer wasn't needed. I think it was pretty powerful before.
It
Um,
was probably good they got rid of the soft tires, well at least somewhat, because like that was very infuriating sometimes.
I like the soft tires. That's just me. Um,
You try playing it in an adventure.
and I think the off-roader again didn't really need a buff.
Off
It didn't
roader was
need.
actually quite broken when it came out because it came out in the era of a lot of cars having masteries. So I guess it
Yeah,
like felt like a mastery car but didn't have masteries. Like it got like distances in adventure that only like mastery cars would get.
yeah. I agree with that because I played it still at like 50% GP of the off-roader before mastery even started, and I finished the forest, the easy one, on my first try, and I'm like, wow, and that was just with coin, coin at level 1 and wings at level 9 and magnet at level 5 or 6, and I just went, oh, that was I just finished 10K. That was pretty cool. And then I went on to use off-roader to do a couple of 10Ks that I hadn't started yet, and I was pretty happy with that too. So I honestly thought off-roader was not the mastery that come from that was not needed. And to that extent, even Raider was kind of um, a reasonably strong.
Raider, like there's a lot of cars I feel like the idea behind the wheel coming back was good, but it never really got utilized anywhere.
No, no, no.
Another mastery that's sort of similar, which really annoys me actually, uh the hot rod mastery where it allows you to do 5 explosions. There's like a
Yep.
pop culture reference with that, by the way. There's like a meme with like a kid saying like 5 big booms or something,
Oh, really? I
and
haven't
then
seen it.
that's why it's that. But they didn't bother fixing it. Like so after 2 explosions, the car like it was like it was before, where the car still like you lose the ability to use the accelerator. So you like
Yep.
there's no point of the other explosions. Like it's literally just a joke mastery.
Yep.
Like it's just filler.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. And then yeah,
I
Formula.
guess we could maybe talk about what was your favorite mastery, and I'll do mine after. Like
Yeah.
individual mastery.
I think what they did to the snowmobile is my favorite mastery.
The wheel on the front.
Not so much the wheel on the front, but how it works on water. The
So like the
hydrodynamic.
upgraded like the hydrodynamics mastery and like
Yeah.
the upgraded
Yeah.
ability to drive on water, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Because
very fast now.
I've always loved playing with the snowmobile. I even call it a jet ski, not a snowmobile, because I reckon it's once it's mastered, it's no longer a snowmobile; it's a jet ski. Um, because it is such a good vehicle on water. Um, and to that extent, I think we need a couple of tracks that have a little bit more water in them. That's my, call out to Fingersoft saying, hey, what can we do to have more fun with this game?
Well, I
Have
think like they've got all those tracks, like you know how they've got all that extra content that are locked behind like public event, all those tracks, like all those
Yep,
water tracks and all those time attack tracks that are like locked behind public event, like they should be like able to like play them whenever you want, like in like a cup or something, or even in like the time attack mode.
yeah, no, that would be fun. That would be fun. And if it's open for everybody, it's no one's getting any favoritism.
Yeah, and also that would help with team event quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah. No. If all of them, I think making the snowmobile one of my favorite vehicles to use, when no one else is using it, is the sort of thing that I like doing. And then I can't go past. This is my favorite part of one vehicle's mastery, and that is the lid on the tank.
I
The
think I
lid,
know why that's your favorite.
the lid on the tank. I'm just going to leave that there. But um, when I first played the game, I don't know how many years ago, I I rolled the tank in the air, and my head dropped into the tank. And at the time, it was a bug, and they fixed it, and it never happened again. And I was like, they did the mastery in the tank, and I'm like, it would be cool if we could have that permanent, like have a lid on the tank and you could be in the tank so you can save your head.
Yeah,
Um,
that is really cool. Like it's a good like nostalgic nod as well.
yep, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, it is my favourite add-on part that's made the tank a better vehicle. But overall, my favourite overall has to be the jet ski slash snowmobile. Yeah, yeah. What about yourself?
Well, I like all the like. Obviously, I'm gonna pick one of their gimmick masteries, like one of their like special ones they've done, like removing the tractor bucket or rally cars built-in turbo or something like that. It's just
Hmm.
which one to choose. Like they're all like very cool.
I don't think I've used a tractor with the bucket on it ever since.
I don't think they have either.
But did you know that you could move the bucket up and down?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like part of like tech and adventure. You'd like leave it up so you like don't hit it on stuff and flip over.
and flip forward. Yep, yeah. Yep.
In terms of like actually like having fun, maybe like I don't like it and I don't like it. The supercar airfoil mastery, like the upgraded air brake.
Yep.
It makes it really fun to play. There's a couple things with it that they did incorrectly, like the air brake not activating at certain times, like when you're going backwards as well, it doesn't activate
Hmm.
now, and stuff like
Yep.
that, which are like stuff like that was useful because I played a lot of supercar pre-mastery and
Hmm.
like the moon strategies for like no fueling. There was a lot of like air braking and doing like building up of momentum, and some of those strategies are a lot harder or not even possible now because of like the way that air brake works. But it's overall better still, so you have to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. But you'd also get further with the tank. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Um, can I ask a question? This is a very honest question.
Okay.
If you are, how fuel fuel runs out at a certain rate in the game, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many seconds here, so many seconds there. Is there a different rate if you're accelerating or not accelerating?
Only with hot rod.
Only with hot rod. So if you're flying midair and you're not using the accelerator, you're using the same amount of fuel as if you're accelerating.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because try to remember somebody somewhere saying it was not the same.
Yeah,
Uh,
there was a lot of like I don't know, just like fake rumors and stuff like that back in like 2020 and stuff like that.
yep, yeah, this is where it came back from. So, but okay, interesting. All right,
Like
so
another thing that's of an example, like stuff like that, is the lowrider door breaking off in replays, and people being like, "How do you break it off? It doesn't break off."
I've never seen that, so now I've got to look out for it.
Oh, I think they might have patched it. Maybe now it was like when lowrider came out, like everyone saw it break off in replays. I think that may have been like the original intention to have the ability to break it off, but they never like
It
implemented
never
it
happened.
properly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So that kind of brings us to the next part of this podcast. Um, I mean, there's two parts to the next part. Sorry. The next part of the podcast was talking about um, mega teams and how now with team
Stuff like
spirit,
that.
team
Oh,
spirit,
Team
and
Spirit, yeah, as well.
and research lab level, all of that sort of stuff. We've now got these mega teams that are basically um, just so powerful, um, but they're also a reason to stay with the team. So I see that as a double-edged sword. What do you think?
Well, one of my first things I want to talk about actually with this is the spirit, like how there's that spirit thing that has to, yeah, people have to spend money to get it to level 20 to get unlock all the shop rewards,
Yep,
like and stuff like that. Like obviously in CC teams, like I'm in North at the moment, like they have it, but like you can't expect everyone to have that. So where rewards are just like locked behind like a paywall.
yeah,
Like even if you yourself don't buy it and someone in your team would have to buy it
yep,
for you to be able to
yep,
get those rewards, which kind of sucks. But overall, the research like thing and like all that, I think it's like a really good idea. Like it adds depth to the game without uh like ruining gameplay. Like, and
yep.
it's obviously good to like get more rewards as well.
Well, like the one thing with teams, like I must say, over the podcast, we've had a mixture of people on different teams across the world, and the one thing that keeps coming back to that keeps people talking about their team is how they love being on their team and how they wouldn't go anywhere else because of the community they have and everything else. And I think part of what this research lab is giving the community back something for being in the community, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely rewards like loyalty as long as the rest of your team actually wants to contribute.
Yeah. I mean, there's, yeah. So, in that respect, it builds team loyalty, and also makes high end teams that have big team spirit chests and big um, research lab scores, you know, enviable, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah,
it
something
helps
with that
them.
actually that I find really funny. Do you remember how right at the start of the like when that update came out, um, Trap maxed his like the Vortex research lab with like real
Yep,
money.
yep,
Now the team is dead. Like no one's in it basically.
yep,
I just find that interesting how there's a team that they've spent like 20k euros maxing, or was it USD? I can't remember. But
yep.
maxing the research lab and then just no one's there. That's just
Yeah,
so funny to me.
that is a bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, mm, mm. But in saying that, he could reopen the team and invite people back who would like to build GP and play the game. But again, like with all these little podium rushes and these little side quests, and playing team events or daily tasks or whatever, um, there's been a huge change in the way you um, earn the game, the way you play the game to earn money in the game and other things in the game as well. It
That's
used to be
actually a
just
topic I would really like to talk about. Actually,
okay. Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. I figured that's why I started the conversation because
yeah,
it used to be you'd grind cups for 8 hours, right? Or you'd grind cups for 4 hours, or you'd grind adventure. Um, but now there's this whole myriad of things you can do, and then you can team up with some friends or some teammates and get some extra rewards. What's your take on that?
well, they've added like so much to do. Like I call them daily slave tasks because you sit, especially now with
Uh,
like I sit there for an hour and a half each day, play my tasks, play my blue chest, play my 9 tickets in the team event, play my 9 tickets in the public event. Especially lately, like I've actually been like going for rewards since it feels like I can upgrade my account again, so it feels like it's worth going for.
mhm,
But yeah, there's so many things to do, and now you actually have to play out your blue chests like fully, which
mhm.
takes quite a while for someone like me, because you need the adventure tokens. Because the adventure tokens, you need to buy re-rollers, and you need the re-rollers to get mythics.
Yeah, we're going to get to that, aren't we? We are going to talk
Yeah.
about mythics.
But
Um,
I think it is good that they've added like a lot of different ways to get rewards. Like
hmm,
it is good. It's just if you want to get all the rewards, then it is very time consuming.
yeah, yeah. I've had a couple of, and I don't know whether this is across the board, but I've had a couple of mythic purchase chests. The shop in the shop that have been horrendously expensive. And I say horrendously expensive, I'm saying over a couple of $100 for a mythic bundle, which was 20 plus chests and some other bits and pieces. And I looked at that and thought, no, that's a bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a bit too far. So I'm begrudgingly just, doing what I can, getting where I can, doing what I can on both the main and the alt. Um, so yeah, I'm not going to spend that sort of money on the game. Now I have a mortgage.
Yeah, I think there's better places they could go.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. There's a leak in the shower at the moment, so I've got to fix that next. Um, but no, it's very interesting, and the mythics, ah, they've become almost the unobtainium parts.
Yeah, you can't really get them like you can only really expect to pull like if you get all rewards, every single reward, you can only expect to pull maybe 3 mythics per week. Like
Mm-hmm.
3 different drops of a mythic per
Mm,
week, and that's quite generous.
yeah.
Like that's probably playing some cups as well, to be honest.
Yep.
Like to get like champion chests or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. I've been getting most of mine from the weekly chests, from the team weekly chests, because we've gone over a certain range that brings us into that champion level chest.
Hmm.
Um, and then occasionally I've had a couple of just come out of blue chests. I was like, the where? What? Not
Blue
complaining.
chests? You can't get them from blue chests. What are you on about?
I don't. Well, in that case, I don't know where I've got
You
them
can
from.
get them from epic chests,
Must be
uh,
epic chests.
team
Uh,
chests, legendary chests, and obviously mythic chests,
yeah.
and maybe the team boss chest. I don't know on that one.
Okay. No. So yeah, it's an interesting, it's almost like it's a new currency. The mythic chest or the mythic parts has almost become a new currency. You can't you can't build one from scrap.
Yeah, that
Um,
sucks quite a bit, and also with how hard they are to obtain. And
mm,
something that I noticed, like they had this event at the start where you get like a couple mythic chests, but how are you actually meant to get mythic chests other than that? Like, is the only way you can get mythic chests from the style thingy, like getting all of those, which takes like 6 months?
yeah, that's taking forever as well. The style stuff. Um, I don't know about you, but the style stuff to me um, annoys the crap out of me when people are using it, especially in a team event. It's like I can't see the landing point. I can't. It was like
Like
when
when
people.
people were using the crow in the team event.
Oh no, not the crow. Even worse. This is pre-crow, when people had 5 or 6 emoticons as their name. And their name would be 12 characters wide, which were emoticons, and they were just everywhere across the screen, and it was like I can't see anything. And it's also bad in a cup because the cup's only a couple of seconds long, but when it's in a team event and you're playing the team for a month or for 2 days, and the same guy is in your group because you usually get the fastest, the slowest, and 2 people around you when you're playing team events, and it's like, oh my god. I think I remember there was one team that had 2 or 3 emoticons each in their name. So everyone had the same emoticons in their name. It was part of their, team protocol. And it was like, oh my god. That was the first time I ever turned the other players' names off completely. So, oh well. Oh well. I suppose the question is, how many mythic parts do you have currently? And do you like what they do to the game or not like what they do to the game?
I will count how many I have. Hold on. Give me like a minute.
We'll fast forward this.
You're
Nothing to see
distracting
here.
me.
Sorry.
16, 17. I have 17 right now.
Okay, that's probably one for each car on average.
One
Um,
for half the cars, you mean?
half the cars. Sorry, yeah, one
You
for
forgot
half
there's
the
30, 34 cars now.
cars. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Okay. So, do you think mythic parts are a good thing or a bad thing?
I think they are good, but there is one big problem with them. You can echo the landing boost,
Oh.
which means certain cars that are very good with landing boost
Hmm.
and climb vertical walls with no fuel.
Wow. I want to see that now.
Well, not vertical, but close enough, like 80 degrees.
Wow. So which car are you talking about? Which cars are you talking about?
Um, a few cars can do that. So we've got glider,
Yep.
shooter, formula, and ATV sort of. No, wait, yeah, ATV sort of, and then also CCV sort of, but like not for like a long time.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, those cars.
Wow. That's a huge selection.
Yeah, it's very overpowered. Like cars, like there's records in Adventure that we like talked about being infinite previously. Like say with Desert Valley, you with CCV, you could no momentum hills, so you could pass every structure. You could, in theory, go infinitely.
Yep.
Now stuff like that's humanly viable to just go that
Wow.
far. Like the only problems now you have are getting stuck in the ground, like because of like glitches and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Like
that's the bane of my existence.
like it's actually insane. Like every single glider record except for like the very short maps like Gloomvale and Coptown. Like all of them just get stuck in the ground.
Yep.
And yeah, like the game just, and also playing runs that are that long, like it's not fun.
Because a run that, because like 10Ks is about 10 minutes, roughly 15 minutes.
Oh
That,
yeah, 10 minutes less than that usually.
yep.
Like if you're playing a fast car, then yeah, definitely a lot less.
So when you're talking about infinite run, what are you talking about? 100 kilometers or something?
No, like they can theoretically go infinitely, like, and then in practice they get like 140k whatever before they get stuck in the ground because of like the glitchiness becoming really bad.
Yep.
Like, it's just not fun. Like I fully played out a blue chest in Backwater Bog yesterday actually,
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
got
What'd you say?
133k before I respawned.
Wow.
And this is with amplifier, by the way, because I'm not lucky enough to get echo.
Yep.
Because yeah, but with echo, like it becomes a lot easier to do stuff like that. And like you
Yeah.
respawn, like because if you respawn, you have to drive, I think, like 6.5k, and then you've gained enough chest levels to offset your respawn, like in tokens.
Oh, wow.
So it's worth it to respawn as long as you can maintain that. So I
Yep.
respawned. I got my free respawn, obviously. So then I respawned with like the rest of the tokens I had, and I got like 240k or something.
Yep.
Like that's essentially what you should be doing every single time you get like a long distance chest now,
Yep.
for like rerollers to try to get mythics. Like ultimately, you should be rerolling every epic chest and every like legendary
Un-
chest and every
Until
team
you until you
chest and whatever.
until you
Yeah,
get until you get a mythic part.
yeah. Because I
Mm,
did some like rough calculations, and it'll take like if you play every reward, um, it'll take you like about 2 years to get all mythics max.
wow.
And you cannot do it in less than that without spending money on the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's a huge impost. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
have
I'm
known.
imagining maybe at some point they'll make another way to get mythics, like maybe get another way to get a mythic chest or something. Who
Mm,
knows?
yeah. Fair enough. You never know.
Uh,
That's the advantage of this game. There's always something coming around the corner.
hmm.
Hmm.
But I feel like we maybe haven't. I don't know. I kind of wanted to use a bit of this just like shit on Fingersoft. I feel like I haven't done that enough yet. Um, I feel like it's like slightly deserved for what they've like
What have
done.
they annoyed you with? What have they annoyed
Like
you with?
what they've done like to the game. Like if you look back at the game, like say like I don't know 2020, like how different the game is from now to then, and how more focused the game is on just being pay to win.
Mm,
Like I
well,
know there is a lot of rewards, but then they just introduce something like Mythics. Wow, pay to win again. Wow.
yeah.
And they like want to like actually just like stomp on competitive players like faces like constantly. Like I know that really isn't like objectively important as a game company,
Yep. Yep.
but like you
I
should
think.
care about
uh,
the people making content for your game. Maybe.
Well, I think there's one thing that's changed since 2020. Um, in 2020, we were all stuck indoors and we had nothing to do, so we picked up a game and started playing it. And there was a whole lot more people playing, so the spending was, across more people. I think there's been a downturn in the game in the number of players playing it, and they're having to get more per player, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're sacrificing the playability of the game,
Mm,
basically.
yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Hmm.
Like, something I sort of noticed recently was the difference between team event and like other game modes, like adventure and time attack. Like the adventure and time attack leaderboards, they've they're forever, right? And the team event leaderboard is just for those 3 days or whatever. So when you play a team event, you aren't like affected as much, or at least the leaderboards aren't affected as much by updates. Like you sort of just roll with it, and it like is more of an improvement to the game when it's in team event. But when it's an adventure, oh, like the record you've spent 50 hours on is suddenly first tryable.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like, and also another thing that I find very annoying, and this is, I don't know, maybe we can delete this later if you don't like this, but
Yeah.
the way the Fingersoft server moderators act,
In what
like
regard?
uh like a few things, like they act like so much like they're like we're better than everyone else, first of all, and they won't let anyone have an opinion, like if it's not what they want. And keep in mind that server is maybe like the first place like people joining the community go,
Yeah,
because it's like the
yeah.
biggest server. Like they're not going and joining like an adventure server or like a team server, probably.
I think I think you're wrong there. I think a player would join a team server
Maybe a team server,
before
but like a lot
before they
of the
join
like
Fingersoft. Because I didn't know the Fingersoft server existed until much later in game life. Um, well, hang on, no, you're right. No, sorry, you're right. I did go to the team server, sorry, the Fingersoft server, because I was looking for a team and then found a team and joined that team from the Fingersoft server. Yeah, you're probably right. So it is the first place that people go to on Discord.
like maybe that is their first interaction with the community, and like that isn't how the wider community is.
Mm. I know. There's. I think the mods have got strict rules on what to say, how to work, how to do what they do, and they're following, the rules set by the people above them. So I think.
Maybe those rules suck then. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't get a Fingersoft server ban for this one.
So yeah, I was just. I think that's kind of where I wanted to be with that. Was there anything else you wanted to add about um, the way the game has changed?
Yeah, this is a point one of my friends actually brought up.
Okay.
He said the identity of the game is changing. It's based on progression now instead of competition.
Okay,
Like
that's a
it's a
fair
racing
point.
game. It's meant to be about racing. Basically, that's what he was saying.
Yeah. No, I see your point. I see your point, and I think there's always been two different players. No, I think there's probably more than two different distinct players that play the game. Um, I think like the carryover people who came from Hill Climb Racing One, that just really just liked the different graphics and dynamics, and just wanted to do some, adventure playing. There was the people who I liked the idea of playing cups, and they would play cups. When teams come out, I suppose as the game progressed, as teams come out, teams for me is what brought me back into the game. Because before teams, I was looking at, kind of walking away from the game, and the teams aspect of the game, the competition aspect of the game, as you've rightly said, got me to play the game more. But the one thing that got me most playing the game over and over again was the community things that we did. You know, the AusNZ server had the daily challenge event, you know, and that sort of competition and those sorts of things. That sort of stuff got me motivated to pick up the game every day and play for 45 minutes on one track, you know, over and over and over again and get better and better and better. But there, again, like you said, there were the people who picked up the game to race, and they wanted to do that in either, you know, time attack mode or in the daily servers or in the team events. And the last person, the last style of person that plays the game is the person that just wants to, inverted commas, finish the game. You know, wants to complete all the adventure tasks, get a certain level in cups, you know, max his GP, get all the cars, get all the, you know, icons and the, you know, the animations and the, you know, all of that stuff. So there's a very broad spectrum of players that play the game and why they play the game and what they get out of playing the game. But, you know, the crux of it, as you said, is it's a motor racing
Racing.
game. It's a motor racing game. It's in the title. So the racing should be, you know, very high up the list of things you want to do and things you might get enjoyment out of. And I can see where your friend's comment has come from because to be competitive, to be part of the leaderboards and all that sort of stuff, there is a certain level of completion that you have to be able to do that.
And maybe that's just becoming unobtainable these days.
Well, I mean, I have a alt account, and you know, I started that uh, just after we started the podcast. So I've had that about 3.5 years. I went back and found it. It's yeah. Anyway, long story short, the idea of starting an alt account now and getting it to where my alt account is now is kind of a very, very big, huge task.
Massive
So
because of masteries and like masteries is a thing in itself. Like that's years of progression.
yeah. So the idea of someone coming into the game new, and because I have conversations with people all the time. You know, what do you do? Blah blah blah. What do you do for fun? Oh yeah, play this game. I do a podcast about it, and they play. Oh, you know, and they open the game up, and they've downloaded the game for the first time, and they've opened the game up, and they look at it, and they go, "Wow, it's just huge." And you almost need a helping hand. You need a guide, someone standing beside you to say, you know, take some deep breaths and just start grinding, start playing, because it will get more fun as you play and open up more parts of the game and everything else. But that first that first 50,000 to get unlock the first bits of the game, um, it just reminded me, watching someone do it reminded me of just how far ago it was and how mammoth a task it is. You
Hmm?
still only have one account, don't you?
Yeah, essentially. Like I did play the game on a different account from 2016 to like 2020, but that more it's more like a casual account, like on this like old iPad.
Yep,
Sort of just like because I was like quite young then,
yep, yep.
so it was
Over
just like
13, of
playing the
course.
game as a casual would.
Yeah,
Like no VIP, just like I don't know, hopping on every like couple of days, maybe every day, play for like 20 minutes, play some cups or whatever. I don't know, whatever a casual does.
yep, yep. Indeed. All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to add? Just while we're here. No, you can't say something that will get me in trouble. All right, so
Eva's told me everything about the game, all of the things he's tested.
uh, thanks for making me laugh. Yeah, so okay, so let's get back into it. Okay, so on, we've kind of gotten to the end of the podcast, but before we go, I wanted to say a few things. Firstly, JR has decided to probably move on from the podcast. She has always been some very, very big shoes in this podcast. She's probably had the quietest voice, spoken the littlest of all of us on the podcast, but her grit and her determination and her just happy-go-luckiness in the background of this podcast has been a real bright star in this podcast, and it's been very hard to do this sort of stuff without you. I just wanted to say thanks for all those amazing episodes, and I'm going to stop before I tear up because, yeah, I feel like I've lost a family member. Sorry. The podcast will possibly go on. I'm still looking at some more guests in the future. It may be just me. There may be some guest appearances. If you've been on the podcast and you'd want to come back and bring someone with you, by all means, reach out to me and we will make it happen. So, looking forward to more podcast episodes. If people want to come back on, or if you want to come on and be a part of the podcast, you're more than welcome to. Thanks again to DeBell for being honest and straightforward about this game and where you think it's come from the onset when you started playing it. I will do my best to leave this in its entirety without any editing. So then people
Don't get me
can.
banned though, right?
Uh, so no, I get you banned. But no, just because I want people to understand that if they do come on here, then they can speak their mind. So I appreciate you speaking your mind.
I just feel like it was maybe needed because like people don't really talk about the game honestly, or at least not much these days.
Mm.
And maybe this is a platform where Fingersoft possibly hear it. I don't know. I don't have any solutions for them, but I'm just telling them the problems.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you spending some time with me.
It was
And
great fun, actually. Thanks for the chat.
no, that's all right. That's all right. And I look forward to editing this in the next couple of days, and I'll get it up very shortly. I'll let you know. So, thanks again for listening. If you are still listening at this end of the podcast, it means you've enjoyed what you've listened to. So, please like and subscribe. And if you do want to come on, please reach out to me on either Discord and just say, hey, I'd love to record an episode with you. Or I've been on an episode and I know someone who really needs to be on an episode. Let's get them together. So please, by all means, reach out to me and let's do some more recording. Thank you, DeBell. Thanks to the listeners. Have a lovely night. Thanks, everybody. Bye.